If I could only choose 3 baits to fish with all spring long, here's what they'd be. First off, for the pre-spawn fish, I would choose this umbrella rig. This is a hooch gooch rig. It's one of my very favorites. It's got all these flashy blades on it, a lot of bling on that thing, and it's got super strong wires, so when you catch multiple fish at once, which happens all the time, it's not going to straighten those wires out. I have it rigged with 5 Z-Man diesel minnows on there. These are little 4-inch swim baits on 1/8-ounce jig heads, and that's perfect for those pre-spawn fish when the water temperature is in that 50 to 60 degree range. What happens generally in the month of March is the bass get in a mood where they're warming up, their metabolism's speeding up, they want to spawn, but the water temperature isn't quite conducive enough yet, and what a bass waits for to spawn is the right water temperature mixed with a full moon. So generally that doesn't happen in the month of March. So what you have is a full-on feeding frenzy where that water is above 50 degrees, their metabolism's moving, and they're preparing for the long spawn, which can be hard on them. So once the pre-spawn bite is ending, you know, your Alabama rig fish, they're gonna, all of a sudden, it's gonna be like a light switch. And what I look for to know when that light switch goes off and they stop eating this Alabama rig, as good as they were, is for a full moon to happen when the water's in the 60 to 70 degree range. When that happens, the bass are going to totally change their mindset. You know, the majority of them, they don't all spawn at once, but the majority of the bass are going to change their mindset from a feeding mode to a spawning mode. Now, sight fishing is great when the bass are on beds. Obviously, if you live on a lake that has clear water, you can go up and, you know, visibly look for the fish and catch them on beds. But if you find an area where bass are spawning on a road bed or a gravel point or something like that, a Carolina rig has got to be the best bait I've ever found for fishing bedding bass. Now, in my opinion, what it does that's so good is you have this weight right here, which lets it drag on the bottom. It's always going to stay on the bottom, and I like to use a 3/4 ounce weight. It's a nice heavy weight that's going to keep that bait on the bottom, dragging through there, and then following it on this leader line is a little simple bait like this. A lot of people fish lizards on the back of their Carolina rigs. That works really good, like a 6-inch lizard, or you can fish a little French fry style worm like this one, rigged weedless. So picture this down on the bottom. You have the bass on the nest. He's aggressive or she's aggressive and wanting to protect her babies or her territory. And you got this weight that comes clunking along the bottom, and following it, which this weight irritates them, and following it is this little bait coming through there. So they hear that weight, they see it coming, it comes flying through their bed. Next thing you know, you have this worm dragging through. And in my opinion, this weight right here gets them conditioned. They're like, oh my gosh, something's happening. They get in a defensive mode. That worm comes through the bed, and they just can't resist themselves. So for blind casting spawning flats, road beds, gravel points, and that kind of stuff, a Carolina rig is what I would choose. Now, finally, post-spawn bass turn on the feed bags again. They really get crazy when they're post-spawn wanting to feed up again and get recovered. But don't be fooled. I've caught some big bass in the state of Alabama and all across the country on a topwater bait like this one when the water is still below 60 degrees. Even in the 55 degree range, I'll throw this topwater bait up around spawning flats where the bass might be, you know, pre-spawn, staging to spawn, and you can have some really good days even early in the year on a topwater bait. So I'd say this topwater walking bait like this spook, it'll really catch bass from all the way through March, April, and into May. I've caught a lot of nice fish on that. May might be the best time because those bass, when they get done spawning, they'll kind of group up again and they'll start feeding again on points and stuff like that as they're transitioning out into the main lake or main creek channel, main river channel, and they eat that spook. If you get on a bag, if you get on a bunch of fish catching these fish, you can weigh in a huge bag in a tournament or just have a blast seeing those bass come crashing out of the water. So here is kind of my 3 baits for spring. You got the pre-spawn, you got the spawn, and then you have the post-spawn or even the bait that'll catch them, you know, kind of throughout the entire months of March, April, and May. So give these a try, and go out and catch some big bass.